Hello, my lovely dears, and welcome back to a new decade of Borks. Not to say that this Borks is going to last a decade. Goodness knows everyone is excited to get into the next total mess that I have contrived together. 10 years of Borks is just the story of completing a game of Crusader Kings 2, which never happens, and then everything in the North is a Bork. It has actually become Borks the North.
One more turn of civilization.
Yeah, one more turn. Exactly. Yeah, and then it sends you to a shopping link for Beyond Earth. No.
You have now entered the Bronze Age. Woohoo.
Yay.
10 years of Borks.
10 years of Borks.
I mean, I'm okay with this.
Invent nukes in 1848. Yeah, no, that's what, you know what? I feel like Hedrah's character is actually just what happens. Is the spiff of this game. Borks the North is a perfectly balanced game. I fucking knew it. Yeah, science advisor. Okay. Theory is Gandhi. So peaceful that she broke. It was an overflow error.
Look, if you get rid of everybody else, it's peaceful.
Where last we left off, you guys completed the Downtime Apocalypse in only 2 sessions. I was very impressed with that fact, because usually the Downtime Apocalypse is just fucking weeks and I want to die. Like, I get that a large appealing part of this game tends to get involved in the downtime because it's where everyone's plans either come to fruition or get constructed to occur. But then as the DM, you just sat there doing maths. I don't want to do maths for 4 weeks. But you made it through it. And upon making a journey around, checking on the family, making sure that everyone has had themselves a lovely, lovely winter, you were met in Maker's Rest by Saoirse, who spent all of the winter dreaming, apart from a brief stop by to go witness a couple of weddings that were pretty fucking cool.
Yay!
Yay. A bunch of you got married. Good job. And only some of you to each other. Double good job. You arrived in Maker's Rest to find Saoirse waiting for you at the bar, at which point she announced, someone stole Hagen. And that's where we pick up again.
Saoirse.
Why though?
My big sister. Literally the hottest person on the planet. My big ol' ears must have heard you wrong. Yet you can't steal gods. You can't just throw them over your shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
Sure they can.
Was Hagen in an item or something? You didn't say kidnapped.
Okay, so like, Hagen was kind of chilling out in a rock. Not a rock, a statue, that's what that's called. They stole a statue.
Yes, fancy rock.
Did Anna make it?
She might have, actually.
What? Why? No.
Why'd they steal them? Or why was he in a rock?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
They stole him because he's a god, and he's in a rock because, I guess, he didn't want to be in a dude.
Because that's gay.
Fucking goddamn.
I mean, that would be the gayest thing ever, to just be in a dude. Come on.
Oh god, I want you to come inside me.
Fill me to the brim.
Okay, if this gets any gayer, y'all gonna be asking why there's a fucking Rainbow Dash figure in your hot drink.
So intelligence check to remember. Do I remember my mother carving some kind of, well, sculpting some kind of huge statue out of marble or stone or something.
Well, just a roll without any of Anna's fucking stupid numbers on it. Yeah, probably one of the prettiest statues.
Huh.
Do you remember?
Now that I think
she
about it, I
did
do
with
remember her making some kind of very large and elaborate statue.
Do you remember what happened to it? Did she give it to my mother?
Do I remember what happened to the statue? Did it just disappear one day, or did it? Or did someone pick it up, or did it get picked up by someone?
It would have a passage just restarting computer. I mean,
it got stolen.
Yeah, well, no, it would have been years ago by this point that she was commissioned to produce that statue. So you probably would have been living at home around then. If not, you would have been, doing your venturing at least close to home. Yeah, you remember her working on it, but fucking who knows who commissioned it or where it went to in the end. I mean, your mother made a lot of frankly incredible stuff. I would be surprised if by that point you weren't utterly jaded.
It was just another commission. Just another piece of art she was asked to make.
Saoirse, do you know where it was stolen from?
Not. I think it was for the chapel in Ashen Halls. Because they've got one of those things, the super churches, the ones where they've got a statue for each god.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
They commissioned a shiny new Hagen one after
Pantheon.
Yeah. After Theory did her takeover thing. They needed a new Hagen.
Yeah. Speaking of Theory, though, it's probably a good thing this didn't come from Overland. Or let's make sure she doesn't find out about this. It's a good way for her to start what's the word? A crusade. Crusade.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Do you mean a rusade?
Yeah. Telling Auntie Theory might be bad.
That'd be really bad.
I don't know. I mean, she'd get results.
Results in the way of bloodshed across the continent, yes.
What are you talking about, Mom? It's the pacifist.
Yay, crusade with Auntie!
Saoirse will upside down fly towards you. Her wings aren't even doing their flutter thing. She just scoots towards you upside down and then pats you on the head. Oh, you've never seen her crusading.
She crusaded one thing once.
Once is enough.
She conquered the Ashen Halls.
Well, they deserved it. They're full of racist enslavers.
She also conquered the North Hold, or Old Stronghold.
Well, yeah, my mom assassinated that guy.
Yeah, that wasn't Theory.
Yeah, that was totally Jeanette.
Yeah, no, that was the other crazy person they all traveled with.
Gonna flick one of Saoirse's ears.
There were 3 crazy people in that party.
She goes, hey, look, it's okay. I'm half crazy on my mother's side.
Oh, okay. 3.5.
I have a question.
Go for it.
So we don't know where the statue is, and how long ago did it just move?
I mean, it got stolen during winter.
Oh.
Winter by the Ashen Halls, it's definitely not as cold, but it sure is 3 times as lightning stormy, so I'm kind of surprised.
I guess the first place we should go then is to go to Ashen Hold and take a look around. The scene of the crime.
I should buy a larger magnifying glass. That's how they do it in the books.
Oh, Kellin has... Wait, I don't care. Pets, get back in there, you piece of shit.
He's restarted the PC. He's not here yet.
Yeah.
That was 5 minutes ago. It doesn't take 5 fucking minutes to restart.
It sure does.
It does on his.
It takes a fucking half hour for mine to restart, okay?
Not everyone has glorious SSD, install drives, Hedrah.
Yeah. I was about to say, I'm getting a new one soon, but I've also been informed that it's haunted.
Haunted?
Yep. PC's haunted. Reload's gone.
They're not part of our glorious PC master race, Hedrah. They don't have the SSD.
So you're saying that your computer has ghosts in it. You should put cocaine in it.
I should do some cocaine in it. Well, no. Apparently,
so you're telling they have 5 people computers now again. I already fucking done that once, so.
No. Getty's building it, so she's smart.
Oh,
She
okay.
it's under control. But this is
okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, so this is what she said. I can't give you the PC. It's haunted. It's just got a weird clone. It's a weird clone address.
When I got my PC built, I asked the person who was helping me with it, help me build a PC that wins games for me. And that's how I got my PC.
How many games does it win?
It wins all the games unless I've been drinking 100 proof bourbon.
Fair enough.
There's it can't save me from myself.
I have a question. Since when are birds alcoholic? Because you were drinking 100 proof bourbon.
100 proof burbs.
Bourbon. Although 100 proof burb is a fucking
See, this is why all those people. Yeah, this is why all people with it. Oh, it's a burb, it's a doggo, or it's a fucking weird ass fucking name for animals.
Shit, I'm 100 proof doggo.
That's what I'm calling bourbon now. It is no longer bourbon. I drink burb.
Awesome.
Anyway, speaking of burb, do we happen to know, have any idea who might have stolen this?
I think that's what we're for.
Yeah, no, I have literally no idea.
100
I was having a
gold
nice
says it's the
nap time.
Ravens.
I mean, but they're not divine. They're just weirdos. Well, okay, they're not weirdos. They're sort of divine.
See? Who else would go around stealing a god?
You know what? That's a surprising... That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. Some people who are half divine steal a god. Maybe they want to make their god an all-the-way god.
Yeah, that would be something they could try.
Oh man,
are those the
Anna
guys?
would be pissed. You shouldn't tell her either.
Yeah.
Are those the guys that tried to bury Ceridwen?
Yep.
Yes.
Man, those guys cheat.
How they cheat?
They're full of cheatsy doodles, and they stole a bunch of
Wizards?
sharks at one time.
Yeah, they cheat by when you're about
Blood
to finish them off, they make it go about was it 12 feet under? 12 feet under or so.
They drag you underground, and they use blood altars that curse you.
That does sound like cheating.
Well, they have to cheat when they only have half a god.
I hereby declare double cheatsy doodles, and we should stab them in their face.
We do that already.
But double this time.
Now it's
So you're
justified.
gonna use 2
twice over.
axes?
Now it's justified.
Anyway, I feel we should probably get moving. This feels like a time-sensitive thing.
Oh yeah, probably, totally. You stole a god, dude.
Never get to hang out with Saoirse. You guys are jerks.
I mean, I'll chill with you up to crossing.
Yay!
I have burb.
Burb!
Just pets dragon.
Yep, she will salute your dragon. I suppose she speaks emotional concepts. She has as close to a deep conversation as you can have in emotions with a dragon. It's confusing because she is half crazy.
Well, here's the thing though, remember he's, well, at least trained for it.
I mean, he's trained to translate emotions flashcard style with you to get across ideas. She's actually just having an emotion conversation, which is slightly different and probably a lot more confusing. It's sort of like you can assign some emotions to words and phrases. They're assigning emotions to a bunch of smiley emoticons, but also imagine that they made up the letters of the alphabet.
Okay, so they're emojiing my fucking dragon.
Oh yeah, I mean, Dragon's emojiing back. That's how he actually, you know, has a conversation with other dragons. Yep. It only takes a few moments to get it across. It's not quite as quick as speaking, but it's about as complicated as it can get. And then Saoirse will fly behind the desk. Sorry, the bar's counter. And then Strain, clunk, and bring down a pony keg. I got this for the ride.
Is that a keg that looks like a pony, or...?
Excellent.
It probably has a picture of a pony on the side, and it's just called Ass Bourbon, and it's got like 3 X's on the donkey's bum.
Yeah. Also, let me guess, the reason you literally slept through all winter is because you fell asleep between your wife's tits and they were too comfy.
I mean, that's super definitely how it went down, yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but winter cold. Titty woman soft.
Yeah, I kind of spent the entire winter sandwiched between 2 dragons and a fox.
Yeah, it sounds pretty great. She will offer you a high five.
High five. It's still really cold outside. My God.
It is. Your poor cotton hard titty soft and warm. You know, that's how she spent winter, just asleep in cleavage. It was great. You guys should try it if you haven't. It's the best. I assume most of you have, though.
No. I got a bed.
Yeah, I get it every night.
Brag about it.
Yeah, I get that. She'll fucking posting up for a fist bump instead of a high five. Fist bumping is probably not a broad concept yet, so it's kind of strange.
Saoirse invented it.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. She gives you a Saoirse patented fist bump. She said she wanted to call it fist pounding, but it had different connotations.
She told her wife she wanted a fist pounding, and the next half an hour was not what she expected.
No. And just wait until the first time she tried referring to the finger guns as the finger blasts. That didn't work out well.
No, that worked out extremely well.
Worked out too well.
Finally.
Welcome back.
Thank you, hi.
Fucking goddamn coal-powered piece of shit that you have. Sweet titty Christ.
I once opened up his tower, and I saw a hamster running in.
So what I
That's
missed?
Bob's computer.
No. Bob's computer, you open it up, and you're immediately lambasted and are rendered brain dead by the terabytes and terabytes of porn. My God.
He has like 10 terabytes.
Oh, nice.
Anyway.
He has like a folder.
Okay. As for stuff you missed, apparently the statue with Hagen in them was in the Ashenholds, and then that got stolen during the winter. Then there was a little bit of faff, fairy being a fairy. They brought a pony keg and we'll be traveling with you up to as far as Crossing, just to, you know, chill out with family for a bit. He advised probably both telling either Theory or Anna would result in bad things happening, because Anna is this continent's go-to as far as the Raven Queen is concerned.
I honestly think telling Anna would be exactly the thing to do, because if she is, like, the most powerful Raven person, she would be the most equipped to deal with this bullshit.
That is true. Oh, you guys haven't seen the meteors.
Oops, wrong button.
She's about to describe the meteors to you, and you're just like, nope.
You know what? That's actually a very appropriate accident. My hand just slipped there. No.
I've heard of the meteors.
You don't want the liberated fields to be turned to scorched earth. Be like, oh fuck, the volcano exploded. Nope, a really angry warlock was just nearby.
And sadly, there are no more dinosaurs on the world.
Yeah, what was it?
What, Yucatana crater?
Yeah, I was looking at the damage for it again. That's right. Each
It's 20d6 and 20d6.
yeah, that's for each orb at 4 different points, and they are 40-foot radius. So that's correct. Yeah, and it has a range of a mile. So you just stand a mile away and erase a village.
Yeah, that is what happened. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, she probably does know a bunch, really. Yeah, okay. So where is your destination then? Yeah, Anna's place is not a bad call either.
Can we get a world map then?
Yeah, can we go to the world map real quick?
Dude.
So where's Anna at again? She's in like Infernus?
Mm-hmm.
So here's
we should probably go to the scene of the crime first.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like down here. Why can't we? It's in Ashen Holds.
No, I mean we can't cross the river. Whoever made the
fucking Conestoga, of course we can.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking is the route this way. Hit the crime scene, then up by Anna, and then I don't know.
Straight Infernus.
Yeah, let's buy a comically large magnifying glass and a Sherlock Holmes pipe and go,
Kellin already has a magnifying glass and a hat, so...
Does he have a deer stalker hat, though?
He doesn't stalk deer, though. They stalk him.
Yeah, so we need to buy a deer stalker hat and... well, I think all of us have pipes because of how much weed we...
What?
That's definitely true.
I don't smoke.
You definitely have a pipe, though, just in case. You're a bard. That's like when I wasn't a smoker, but I definitely still carried a lighter, because that's what you do when you go out drinking.
That is true.
Wait, people don't have spare lighters on?
No.
Not anymore.
Nah, I mean, not as much.
No.
I still have one in just, like, a coat that I would wear when I went out. It's probably still got, like, a lighter or two in it.
I used to have a pretty sweet Zippo for my wacky tobacco.
I have a couple lighters around.
Satan's Kale.
Even I have a lighter around because we needed it. We had to light the pilot for the stove at the pizza place. Everyone else had lighters because they all smoked.
You know, Winter and his pizza lighter.
Are you? Do you have the correct mic?
Do I?
It sounds
normal to me.
Maybe I just have him low or something.
No, it sounds different.
Shouldn't it's the same mic.
He's always kind of tinny, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so does Mike, but I'm Tish. Okay.
Yeah, take
that. It's like Savage Band. Okay. So the journey to crossing.
Is Saoirse coming with us, or is she gonna stay?
Yeah, she's going to chill with you guys as far as crossing. So
okay.
You're welcome to make conversation with her as you go. Spend the week doing the season doing fairy shit and chilling out with the druids.
I'll just talk to her, stuff about how's the wife, how are all the dryads that are running around? Do any of them produce syrup cum? That kind of normal conversation.
Yeah, normal ass conversations. It's true. No, the breed of dryads around here, the maple dryads are much further to the north.
Also, check this out. I make this now, and I'll hand her a jar of blueberry.
Fucking sweet.
If you, I'm sure we have extra beakers. If you want, you can take several back.
Excellent. She will, in fact, definitely take a few, some jars of blueberry syrup.
Excellent on pancakes.
Definitely. And hey, they do pancakes at the Ashen Hold. like one of their only good things they do there. I mean, you know, apart from food for the entire continent, but still.
Sweet. I can just put some on direct from the town.
Exactly. So yeah, during the journey to crossing, like, you know, winter has broken, so people are making their journeys, and definitely you see people who have caravans and sealed carriages with things like, you know, grain and food resources and other bits of trading bobs as well.
So how many D10s of bandits do we come across?
On like the inside of this border, probably none. You might find some possibly between like Lakehold, Ashenholds, and Crossing, like in this general area. But the food for the entire continent is a rather protected route. You know, it's not level 6 adventurers protected, but it's protected enough for like against your average bandit, because if they stole like, you know, foods for whole villages, they get wiped out really quickly.
Yeah, that seems like a...
The most banditry tends to occur in like summer when people have, you know, gotten their winter feed in, and instead it's like trade goods and shit that are passing on these roads as well. You know, things like if a bandit group fucking makes off with it, then it's more expensive than sending adventurers or mercenaries to go and kick their ass, or raiding groups or whatever. But if someone steals, like, you know, essentially sacks of UN grain, it's not going to go really well for them.
Yeah, no, I kind of feel like bands would be a little bit smarter enough to know, don't mess with the food supply for, like, the entire north. That'll get us killed.
UN's lost more of those conflicts than it's won.
Yeah, true, but they didn't have fucking wizards helping them.
No, they had drones. Same thing.
Yeah, true. True, they do fly around out of range, casting fiery death on people. You know, yeah, okay. High fantasy.
Their missiles are literally called Hellfire missiles. So.
Yeah, I mean that does sound very wizardy.
Yeah, magic fire missile.
I cast drone attack against the darkness. Oh, it was terrible. Yeah, do you guys try and flag down any of these people making their, you know, journeys through the land?
I don't
know. The traders, and they're coming from the place that you're headed in the direction of, maybe?
Yeah, if someone's coming from Ashenholds, we can flag them down and see what the word is that direction.
Yeah, we get juice from them. Sorry.
Can you do alchemy in your carriage? Yes, but it is takes twice as long, effectively.
Hey, that's fine.
All right.
I don't mind.
How
I don't mind this taking longer.
How long is this journey? In like 2 days?
Yeah, it's like 2 days. It's not a big deal for you guys.
That's perfect. I can make one.
Cool. Yeah, give me persuade tests if you want to, you know, chat people up and, you know, actually have them slow down a bit instead of continuing on their routes.
Persuade test, you say? I'm great at those.
So let's find out how the weather is, because if the weather is just like shit awful super garbage,
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, light snow. That's okay. Wow, fuck, you guys are so charismatic, it's unreal. You flag them down, you attract new wives and husbands.
Excellent.
Oops.
Oops.
Oops, I fucking got into a wedding again. That happens. No, there are definitely a few individuals who are more than happy to hold the carriages and caravans for a moment just to pass the time with some beautiful individuals. And yeah, things happening down in the Ashenholds. I mean, there's recovery as anything. Like winter just does damage to places, and even though they're used to it every year. It was a very rough one for the Ashenholds. Thunderstorm directly over them for essentially a straight week.
Yikes.
Yeah, they had essentially a week-long storm and lots of soot in the air. I mean, that'll be fine for the fields later. All that lovely volcanic goodness, but you know, it was a miserable time for them, and there's still a lot of the post-winter rebuilding going on at the moment. Let's see here. Other than that, there's nothing that they noticed, but they came in from First Holding to reach the Ashen Holds first, so they wouldn't have been there at the winter themselves. First Holding itself is doing just fine. They've got reasonable protection from the weather. There was a small fire, but it was put out by the weather itself not too long after it annihilated a few trees. Now, let's see here. Coral Port's still pretty new. They're doing okay. Again, winter is rough, and those guys are on the coast. So it's super not pleasant when storms and shit blow in. But it wasn't as bad as it was directly over the Ashen Holds. That was really a week-long hellstorm. And yeah, they'll similarly ask you guys questions. Oh, fuck, right, is Ash with you? That's a good-ass question.
Why wouldn't she be?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mama Scout, can I have my 11th level Paladin waifu come with us, please?
Please, ma'am. I just want to be strong.
I just want my OP-ass sword waifu.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's why we're going, oh, fuck. Because she's a really strong...
She's not weak anymore.
She is not weak.
She had a rocky training montage all winter. Okay.
Yeah.
She's not 11th level though, I don't think.
She's so strong.
And her blade is now considered, well, the blade itself on Ashlander is now Squeakling adamantite.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that ability there.
Yeah, it's brutal. And, you know, she's got extra attack, so there's also that other swing, and then there's the smites, and then there's that extra smite damage, and then the smite again, and more extra smite damage.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Fuck.
Fucking...
Those were actually exceptionally high rolls that I just threw away at Eva.
5
Get going there, just to prove a point. Throw away all the good numbers. Now you.
No, that's great, because the next time Scout rolls combat numbers, it's going to be at us.
Those were both really
good. You just wasted 90 damage.
Fuck.
My waifu.
Also, she has that, which is the best power.
Rue. So, yeah, what Ash doing?
She'll join you guys up until the Ashen Holds. But yeah, she is aware that she's, really fucking strong.
She's out of our league now.
Yeah, she can't come with you.
She's too good for us.
She will actually stunt all of your growth.
She's gonna do the Lord Winter thing and just vamp XP off of us while she's traveling with us. All right.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, literally, if she travels with you, I have to impose some kind of huge experience penalty because you just aren't gonna be achieving much while a paladin kills everything in a single attack.
Maybe she should just stay at Hornwatch and like train the militia up or something.
Yeah, sure, she could do that if you'd like her to.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Whoops.
Yeah, no, she really strong. But yeah, look at you. You get to be Oath of the Conquest now. So cool.
I do.
It's so
and,
cool.
Scout, guess what I have as just part of my my oath that I'm going to get to use. You get to do this. Fuck you. Fuck you and everything you love.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, no, and with your charisma.
Oh.
You have a really
really high DC.
I just opened up the spell sheet and I was just like, holy shit, they're really huge, and I forgot it's because they're
yeah.
They're all hidden.
It's
they're not
fucking
hidden
gross.
It's like, I'm annoyed that they made them being visible the default. It's like so close to being a really cool feature, and they just a little bit of jank. Just making me click I over and over again.
You just have to click the I once, and then they're all small
on
again.
every single spell. Like, imagine if you're playing a 20th level wizard with like a fully loaded out spell book. Update drop.
Oh fuck! Let's have a look here at one of these characters.
It's a good thing nobody plays 20th level wizards.
I'll
Oh,
have to
not even
fend.
the NPCs too.
Yep, NPCs too.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
I'm just gonna be here for a half hour. Why did I just give them every spell of every level? I don't care if they're the god of knowledge. Alright, never clicking in there again.
Never
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Uh,
So
Lucky-
on the way to Ashen Hole, let's see, who do I want to be my guinea pig for that?
Ooh.
I don't know, who do you want your guinea pig to be?
Maddie's out automatically. She wouldn't be good for this.
Is it
Wow,
it's
rude.
too saucy?
No.
I'm glad to be a guinea pig.
I know you would be. But this isn't that kind. This isn't that kind of concoction. So it comes down to just.
There's also a ferry traveling with you. Oh no, it's 2 days. You don't actually finish it until you get to Ashen Hole. So Saoirse is not valid as one of your choices.
What are we doing?
Oh,
Nice, about to try a potion on one of us. Or,
Elloe.
Yeah.
Elloe. Drink.
Why? Okay.
Perfect.
So,
exactly as planned.
so what's it do?
We're about to find out.
The potion you drink. It doesn't taste like any potion you've ever tasted. It's actually real, especially for you, a connoisseur of your taste. And it makes your tongue and throat tingle.
You cut out a lot
What?
for me.
Why am I cutting out?
No, you're not
It's
cutting
just,
out for me.
it's just for Stray.
Oh, okay.
The potion tastes very good, and it leaves a nice burn and then a nice numbing tingle as it goes down, and you swear this is like some kind of like alcohol.
Did you make super alcohol?
No,
Tasty booze.
that's actually a healing potion. And then you get a hit of like this like nice sour flavor just coats your entire mouth, and this sour fruit.
Oh yeah, I love warheads.
I call it a sour plum healing potion.
So, am I double healed now?
No, I mean if you were hurt, you'd be healed a little bit from.
Oh, I get you. Healing potions for outside boo-boos, burb for inside boo-boos.
Yeah.
Yes. It's made with absinthe and laudanum and some
Laudanum.
Yeah, of course, it's a really good potion. It's delicious.
Holy shit, that's a lot for that
Like I
potion.
said, you'd like it.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah,
Madilyn. Yeah, exactly. Madilyn has made delicious potions. They are admittedly mostly absinthe and laudanum, but you know they're delicious.
Yeah. This is exactly what I wanted with life. Do you have any more?
No, that was the only one I was able to make.
Boo.
That was just the test. I can make them now.
Yep, congratulations. Your healing potions are fun. I mean, it's still just a healing potion as far as healing is concerned, but it is really fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Extremely addictive too.
Yeah, that's why it wasn't given to the mouse. Don't give the mouse the laudanum absinthe potion. Unless actually injured.
And then that mouse will be addicted to it forever.
Yay! Well, not forever. The mouse smart. Mouse figure it out. Methadone.
I feel that's a slope for the mouse to just get more and more addicted to more and more stuff.
You have your grandfather of LSD moment and start trying all the drugs so that you can understand all the drugs, and it turns out by the end of making the drugs, you're a drug addict.
Hmm.
Weird how that works out, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, isn't it?
You're gonna write a diary. What I learned about God while doing drugs by Maddie. Wait a second.
Anyway, Ashen Holmes?
Yeah, sure.
I haven't even got it to crossings yet. It's been an hour.
No, it's been 2 days. There's nothing that happened on the actual duration. There were some people to talk to. In fact, do you inform any carriages and caravans of shit where you've come from?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell them about this amazing new place we just came from called Hornwatch and Wenelk. They should totally go there and do trade and stuff.
Yeah, this place is getting rebuilt. It'd be great for a trade route to be established around the way there.
And let's go scroll up and have a look at those persuade checks. 25 and 27. Yeah, they'll definitely check that shit out.
Yeah, you will.
This is how we do it.
They've got to make their like, you know, continental rounds essentially, but they will see about making their way down towards Wenelk and Hornwatch between essentially carriaging.
No. Ashen walls. Ah.
Yeah.
Rubs mousy hands.
So you are treated to a city of dark stone and metal reinforcement, and soot covers a great many surfaces. There's a lot of evidence that the winter has been rough around here. Like, roads have been cleaned and cleared and done so in a hurry so carriages could get their way back and forth. But it almost looks like the age of slavery again, and probably will do for like a month, because there's just fucking soot-covered tieflings like up to their knees and just bullshit.
I see.
But, you know, they're just doing the work because they fucking have to. It's miserable. You shovel snow when you gotta shovel snow. You gotta deal with the sooty, ashen post-winter of Ashenhold. It's just how it be.
Coming from an automaton town. Yeah.
Yep. But, you know, they didn't require any magical equipment to make the working class. Behold, in all its glory, these filthy individuals, the working class.
So,
wait a second.
To the temple, I guess?
I'm just gonna buy some stuff first. If you tries to sneak off to buy some more.
Bye.
Bye. It's not like we have to go save a god or anything.
You know,
y'all have fun.
Make a wisdom save versus geomancy.
No, y'all have fun with that. I'm gonna go visit my grandniece. See you later.
One of us has to stay at least on the job.
Oh my god! At any other time, I don't know. Actually, do your friends browbeating you grant you advantage on this save against just slinking off to go look at war instead?
What browbeating? That was like one snarky comment.
Yeah.
That's a good point. All right, Maddie, you can see that there is, you know, yeah, with the 3 as this carriage is like going past, you just hand the reins of the constager off to someone else when you just see that there's someone who's put up a cart with just like fresh ores. Shiny earth rocks, yay!
Engage goblin mode.
Yay!
Click clack. Yeah, if you want to purchase some ore, you can do so.
Let's just go. We can do this.
How much?
Fucking, we've done this song and dance before. Just look up some prices and take the money off. They have like 100 pounds of various ores for sale. All right, let's see.
Okay, I'll take it all. I'll take it off.
Yep.
Just shovel it right back into the bag.
Fair enough. Yeah, it'll take you like, you know, actually probably 30 minutes going over the loads of ores and haggling and stuff, and they're confused. Like, you realize that you're trying to buy just like 100 pounds of raw ore, small mouse. You're like, yes, give me the rocks. I need it.
I've done this before.
Scratching your forearm like an addict. I need the rocks. Goodness. But yeah, there is a little Pantheon temple. And when you arrive, you can see that it's probably weathered the worst over winter.
Oh, gee. I wonder why.
Yeah. There are huge cracks in like the front mounting pillars, and even the reinforced windows appear to have been, if not smashed, then, you know, cracked and recovered up. There are a couple of actual artisans who are cleaning what is effectively like a large stone window frame so that they can set a new window in. And there are guards posted outside pretending that it is all business as usual. Are you like rolling right up there in your giant caravan wagony bits, or are you going to be parking them temporarily in the caravanserai and going on foot?
I feel we should probably park them and go on foot. Anyone have any opinions otherwise?
Yeah, that sounds good. And so they know we mean business, everyone put on your deerstalker caps.
And yeah, unless they're gonna stop me from walking to the temple, I'm gonna walk straight in.
They will definitely stop you from just walking straight in. Sorry there, miss. Kind of performing some reconstructions. We have priests and clerics in an adjacent chapel at the moment. If you need to,
we're here to examine. We're here to see the statues.
Is the head priest in the adjacent as well? Then.
Yes, they're in the adjacent chapels, and I'm afraid you cannot come in and see it. Where this is currently a place where we're busy working.
Wonderful. We'll just go talk to him then.
Her, please.
Her. Sorry, didn't know them.
Okay. We'll be back.
And of course, sorry for the inconvenience. It's, yeah, as you can see, got hit rather hard by this winter.
Of course, of
right,
course.
By the winter. Gonna go.
You want to make a? You want to make a roll there?
Yeah, I'm gonna make an insight roll. Like, how much bullshit are you peddling, sir? Well, a lot of.
I mean, he's apparently already been doing this for like a week. He's really good at it.
All right. Well, regardless, I'm gonna go to the side temple thing where this fucking high priest is.
Yeah.
Be like, hello, I'm Ceridwen Astrasdotr. I'd like to see the high priest, please.
Yeah, the high priestess.
Yeah, he's gonna really inflect on Astrasdotr there.
Yeah, sure.
Let me just swing my dick around here.
Gonna wave your dick around, sure. As opposed to like a guards that are outside the main temple, like this is just a converted chapel. Like the first person you probably see is just a fellow priest. You can see that they are an emblemite, judging by their emblem on them.
The emblem.
Yeah. Hello there. Could you point us on the way of the high priestess? Is she around?
Oh, yes, she should be. He glances like outside what would appear to be an open window, and you can see in the courtyard is a small like sundial. What time is it over there? She'll be finished by 3. And yeah, you can see that's probably like half an hour away. And yeah, further in the chapel, you can see it there is a service.
Is there anything we can do to make this go a little faster?
I mean, I'm sorry, it's a service. He'll shrug helplessly. And goodness knows, we're a little bit squished to capacity in there anyway. And he will open a door part way, and you can see that there are a number of people. Impromptu statues have been put up in places in different corners of this chapel with seating in front of all of them. And there is a rather tall woman, like 6 foot or so, with like ponytail, blonde hair, walking from pew set to pew set and answering people's questions. There's a lot of holy reverence going on in there right now.
We should probably just wait for her to finish then.
Yeah.
I mean,
I understand
if
how
you
you
want
feel.
to squeeze in for one of the benches, and he will resist putting the emphasis on squeeze, considering you're all fucking huge, apart from, 2 cute mouses.
1 cute mouser.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, she probably will still be catching up.
Alright. I'm just gonna go for a flight, I guess. I promise not to end up at the whorehouse.
Yeah, you do that. And then I'm gonna try and make some small talk with the priest to see what happened over winter if I can't get more details out of him.
No, Madilyn, it would definitely be squished because you got them curves.
Shut up.
She got the squidge. It's so squeezable and pinchable. So good.
Double thick.
But yeah, I'm trying small talk and worm my way with the priest a little bit, see if I can't get any more information about what actually happened to the temple during winter.
Yeah, let's
sure.
schmooze.
Okay. Yeah, give me a persuade test.
Goddamn.
Fuck shit.
Tell me everything.
Okay.
Said everything.
Yeah. All right. So I take it as persuasion instead of intimidation. You're hardly going to be pulling the Bulgriff's daughter on him in that case. Like, what do you say then to butter this guy up, to open him up to conversation?
Oh no, this guy. I was talking about like going in, like into the chapel and trying to talk to the people there, like schmooze with them.
Oh, okay, sure. There are a series of padded benches. That said, like, you in your armor and with your gear, you're probably too heavy to sit on those benches.
That's fine. I step out of my armor.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, your armor holds your weapon and stuff for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just park that outside.
And you've got your lovely new daywear.
Yeah.
Lovely black dresses and stuff.
You'd never expect a big titty goth girlfriend to come out of the giant black armor, but it do.
I know, right? But it do. Yeah, and you've got your lovely little wedding ring on and a body covered in fine arcane tattoos. You're an imposing figure regardless, but now you can sit on a bench without it, like, shattering beneath your heroic bulk. Athia, you have a harder time when you sit down to talk to people. You just unfortunately pick the seat next to someone who just lost a child. Oh no, you're on the priest. All right, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. With the priest.
Then with the priest's 18, they are adept at deflecting too much. They insist that they actually are here to help. They came down from first holding themselves. When it turned out that the temple was damaged by the storm. They just needed an extra hand to see the people in the chapel.
Shame. Okay.
Yeah.
I will console that person who's distraught.
Yeah, sure. There is a distraught person in another seat. Well, I guess I'll say it is a little hosting shrine to Tam. Unfortunately, their child took ill over the winter and passed. So they're quite sad, as you might expect.
Oh. Poor thing. Poor dear.
Yeah. Ceridwen, you settle down to schmooze, and with a crit right there. The first people that you're speaking to aren't the most helpful there in prayer, but they're, it's a quite occupied bench, and that means that it is to your general area that the High Priestess will walk and inquire and see to each person's needs. So you can steal a few brief words with her before she has to move on again.
Yeah, I will definitely then take the opportunity to say, hi, I'm Ceridwen Bulgriff's I'm here to see about your statue problem. Perhaps we could speak privately after the rites are concluded.
See, there is a furrow on her brow for a moment. She reaches into her pocket and then pulls out a scorched wooden plaque that will serves essentially as a just show this to a priest and they'll let you through to the back room of the temple itself.
There we go.
I'll still be here for an hour or so. You're welcome to go ahead without, but please don't touch anything.
Thank you, sister. I will take that and then I guess just receive the blessing or whatever we're doing here, because
Yeah, sure. I mean, it is still a. I assume that the seat you chose was a Hagen seat, essentially, in front of their statue, which shows a. This one is not quite glorious and resplendent, but you can see that it has been beset by shining golden filigree in evidence of a man sat alongside a sun that is rising. With a staff in one hand and another offered outstretched as though to assist.
Is the staff Hagen's holy weapon? Should I get a beat stick?
That's a good question. I feel like it's... Fuck. I actually think I wrote them down at some point what their fucking weapons were. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? He wouldn't be holding a staff. He would be holding a candle. And Hagen's holy weapon is a shield.
Oh, nice. That thing that I literally never use.
I mean, it's a thing that you own.
It's true. I do own a nice shield.
What's even better is that means paladins of Hagen who use a shield as their holy symbol to cast, extra stuff. That means they have a shield with a shield on it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yes, I worship redundancy here, and that's what I really appreciate out of my gods. Yeah, no, Tam would be the staff, because obviously the staff made of wood. Let's see here. Asmund's weapon is a lance. Bellatrix is the axe. Embla is the scythe. Hagen, shield. Bythune, dagger. Tam, staff. Wayland. I think Wayland would be a hammer. Yeah. Doot. There you go.
Wow, weird that none of them have like the actual just regular sword.
Nope. Simply put, everyone uses a sword, so there's nothing special about a sword being used to the divines. Swords, they all over the place. And yeah. Use tip for... Embla's weapon is a wheat scythe, essentially. A hand skivvy. Yeah.
A sickle.
Mm-hmm. And that means that when Embla and Wayland join forces, they'll bring glorious communism to the north.
Oh my god.
Don't you know the storms feed the land and the land lead the people? The equal people!
Oh, jeez.
Why does everything always go back to communism with you people?
Because it's fucking low-hanging fruit.
You think that ass isn't already tattooed? You're crazy.
Yeah, that ass has literally already been tattooed with a wife name on either cheek.
Now what you need to do is spread them, and then it's a shield over the star.
Oh god. The anus tattoo.
Kiss my ass, evil!
Just booty stomp people. There you go. Alright, so anyway, yeah, once we're done with the holy business in here,
yeah, sure. You want to give me a religion check? You're a
Sure.
right and holy paladin.
Are they all just evil cultists doing fake religion things?
No, but more like when you stand up to leave, you're in this, elegant black dress, the symbol of Hagen. Presumably, you've got like a shield medallion on or something.
Yeah.
There are a couple of people who will ask to share words with a member of the faith, effectively, and they'll ask for your blessings as you're, just like making your way out past the benches.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. course.
Sweet. Similarly, Madilyn,
Huh.
want to make a religion, see if anyone flags you down for blessings?
Sure.
God, you're right. Yeah, a sprinkling of holy water. Squeezy.
Oh god, yeah. Carrie totally, like, has some holy water, so just give to people. Like, fucking, here you go.
Yeah, shit. There is definitely, like, fuck, there's the odd cleric who'd be like, that's really appreciated, thank you. It gets expensive.
Oh yeah, sure. Here, I will give the people of this church 10 holy waters. Enjoy.
Yeah, here you go. Just
Derp.
have some.
Like, that's so... Alright, great, thank you. Praise Hagen.
Praise Hagen. And his many and sundry gifts.
It's great endowments. Madilyn, unfortunately, your time is mostly occupied with consolements. Or maybe fortunately, getting asked for blessings afterwards might be seen as kind of in poor taste.
Hmm.
But yeah.
It's just waiting outside while all this is happening.
Yeah, while you're waiting out there, you can see a couple of your companions are filtering back out again. Ceridwen, enjoy inspiration.
Alright. Does anyone not have inspiration?
I don't.
You all got afterwards, so...
There you go, Maddie. Madilyn, you can have an inspo.
Yeah.
Hooray. Elloe, you are flying around near a volcano with your great leathery wings.
Warm updrafts.
Indeed. There are, however, a few spooked guards when a draconic form starts blotting out what meager sunlight the spring brings. Give me a charisma check. Pick any one of them that you want for, like, essentially getting people to not randomly take crossbow pot shots at the draconic form in the sky.
Okay. I will persuade them with my giant double G cup tits. A 14 does not help me.
I mean, a 14 does help you. They're like, what's that in the sky? It's a drag. Oh no, it's got great big G cup rocking tits. Okay, never mind. Don't shoot them. I was mostly just like fishing for some sub 10 like major misfortune for you to just like get plugged out by guards.
Appreciate the view, boys. We can all take our bolts off.
Oh fucking hell!
I'll land when I see my party coming out of the temple.
Yep. Maddie, there's also probably like some stall people who had like fresh warm bread. So you would have been able to like grab a snack while they're all in there.
Yeah.
Nom nom nom. And yeah, when you guys return to the temple with the scorched wooden plaque, the guard that stopped you before will inspect it. Oh, fair enough then. I'm sure you're aware that we'd like to keep the occurrences under wraps, however. So if you could keep what's seen inside to yourselves and try not to touch anything, that would be appreciated.
Sure.
Of course, yeah.
We're here to help, after all.
Excellent. Okay then. And yeah.
Gonna make sure Maddie's caught up to us before we go in, because we're gonna need her and Kellin.
Oh yeah, she was stood outside the chapel waiting for you guys.
Great. Okay. Just making sure.
For those of you who don't have things like helmets and stuff, he will indicate that there is a wooden crate with essentially like just metal helmets so that you don't get hit by masonry.
Non-helmeted plebs.
Yeah, you'll be fine. But yeah, we're like...
At least yours is padded.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I know they're not the most attractive helmets, but we've already had one worker unfortunately injured by some falling ceiling.
Yeah, of course. I'll just pick up a helmet and prestidigitate the heck out of it so I don't get like head lice or anything.
Yeah, I mean it's just a metal like pot helmet. They do actually do things like clean them, and also it's just smooth metal, so it doesn't attract any grossity.
Hey, you can never be sure.
That's true. Yeah, it's a good habit.
When you have this much fluff, there's, it's always a risk.
That's true. It pays to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to get you guys those collars that just full of neurotoxins for bugs.
Oh man, that would totally be a thing. I should, somebody in our group should invent.
A what?
Fucking flea collar.
Flea collar.
Oh, flea. Hmm.
I remember seeing a video on how safe flea collars are for actually people to wear, and it turns out not at all, because you don't have because humans sweat, which means that you immediately just use up all of what is a neurotoxin and cover your skin in it, and then you get sick.
Yeah, who would have guessed?
It's yeah, I'm sorry, you guys don't have fur and you sweat. It's gonna rule you out right there.
Yes, yes.
Hymnals, boo. So yeah, when you go inside, you can see that the temple's previous majesty is somewhat diminished by the fact that a entire supporting pillar appears to have been smashed out. There are scorch marks on the floor that you'd think would have at least been cleaned up by someone. You can see that there is a bucket with water and soap and some scrubbing utensils next to it, except the stone itself has been slightly melted in the cause of these scorch marks.
Wow.
Off to the side by one of these little altars, you can see that there is a shrine to a number of past guards. They were slain in an attack. But for the Hagen statue, it appears that all of the others have had hoods put over the heads of them, as though to obscure their eyes from the events that occurred within.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense to detect hallowed or unhallowed ground.
It's probably still hallowed, regardless of the fact that they came in here and stole a holy statue. It's still a temple to literally all the other divines. Desecrating it would probably be not an impossible task, just time-consuming, and that's probably not something that these aggressors would have had. But at the very least, it does feel a lot less holy. And to you, a Hagenite, it's like fucking missing a tooth when you cast your gaze around this room and you can either smell or taste or whatever synesthesia it is that you feel with your divine sense, all of the familiar flavors of the other gods, and then there's just there's none of that Hagen taste in there. And usually that's an overpowering richness almost.
You might call it a gross incandescence.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so there's just an empty alcove where his statue used to be.
You can see that it would have been a individual stood tall and proud upon a square set plinth made of what stone would it be? Probably wouldn't have actually been marble. Wouldn't have been obsidian.
Pure gold.
Just gold. It probably would have been a gold embossed granite.
Yeah. Oh.
And yeah, it looks like something has carved it straight off the stone in maybe 2 slices, one at the front, one at the back, just to unseat half of the square plinth itself. You can still see that there is the bottom portion of this, gold and stone square.
Oh.
What a shame.
Alright, time to rub the mice on it.
Yeah, would one of you like to give an investigation check?
I would love to.
Yeah, go for it.
Indeed. It's nice to see. 27. Good going.
Something guidance, something.
It's probably too long of a test for a guidance,
3.
assuming you aren't rushing it through. It's not a minute's job to go over all of this.
Fair
Still a
enough.
27.
Yeah, it is still a 27, so you're fine. You fucking freaks of nature, you Pathfinder ass motherfuckers.
Oh no, there's nowhere fucking near Pathfinder.
Okay, yeah, no, that's
Yeah, we
true.
would have
That's-
started
that's
with
fair.
+8.
Yeah, no, that was unfair of me, and I apologize.
Yeah, it's not my acrobatics check was with a +11.
Yeah, but like, what do you mean the level 11 paladin only dealt 90 damage?
Yeah, it's not like I'm making chemicals with +30 Scout.
Yeah, this is true.
Or
Oh, yeah, that was a thing.
37.
Yeah. Okay, so looking around, the statue's removal itself was probably quite a quick job. Unnaturally sharp, probably magical utensils cut into the base of the statue. Like halfway down into its stand on either side. You can see that there is a smashed like lead pressed window behind it where maybe the statue toppled a bit and broke through it. Which, I mean, a very large granite statue, like 10-foot tall granite statue, like falling back into a window probably would have damaged the statue too, but you can see no evidence of like damaged granite or anything. You can't even see any gold shavings. The statue itself would be worth a fucking stupendous amount of money, considering it was embossed in gold, but none of that's been carved away. For the crime scene at large, it looks like magic was used.
How did
there
they
are
get out of here?
flaming scorch marks in the floor and the base of craters that have melted the stone and flag around it.
Do we see any raven bullshit, like some black feathers or like necrotic damage scars somewhere? Sort of horrible blood idol.
If you were to see any kinds of that evidence, the bodies of the paladins or clerics that were here that were slain in action would probably be your best bets for seeing that stuff, because on those wounds, it
We're familiar with those wounds.
Yeah, like feathers bleeding from the injuries and that kind of stuff. However, you don't see any blood stains around, so presumably that has been, cleaned away. Or at least moved. But yeah, there was definitely some form of magical combat. And yeah, getting a 10-foot stone and gold statue out of here is not easy at all.
Yeah, I'd imagine not. No, Embla's a dragon tar. We've seen her before. Wasn't she? Or was she a holster? I don't remember.
She was... No, when she appeared in the when she appeared at the wedding ceremony, she appeared as a cowgirl. Her visage, anyways. I remember that distinctly. I remember all cowgirls.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, I mixed up the two goddesses of
No, you're
Mommies.
you're mixing
Savins.
it up with Savins.
Dragon Tail God.
Yeah, where
Kenora.
she mixed up Kanara with Emblem.
Oh, right. I was thinking like my cowgirl goddess. I was like, wait, what?
Well, I wish.
No, I just gotta, promote a shot to divinity.
Yeah. The statue of Embler is probably a cow woman with a motherly figure. She holds a swaddled bundle to her chest and looks down, smiling fondly at where people would be sat in seats. Or you assume smiling fondly, because right now there is a black hood that has been pulled over the head of her statue, as well as all the others. But you know what? With that 27 investigation, there is one statue whose hood is not quite on correctly. Or more importantly, the eye hole in it appears to have been torn through, and that is the one resting on the masked visage of Python.
I figured it. I knew it was going to be Python.
Looks like Python's eye was still on this scene of the crime.
Someone was spying.
Hey, when are you
feel
guys
like
among
so.
the Python? Why don't you go ask what happened? They might just tell you.
I mean... Or he might not. Or they might not. I don't even know what Python is.
Yeah, Python's statued figure is androgynous. They are heavily robed, and you can see like evidence of belts and tools are there. Their hand appears to be in the position of halfway to flipping a coin. The coin is made of solid silver.
Alright, well, worth a shot. I'll go over by it, look up towards it. Hey, you marked me a while back. Looks like you had an eye on this. Can you give me a hint as to what happened?
Give me a religion check.
Okay. Where is my religion skill?
Now
There
your
it
mark
is.
manifested as eyes, yes?
Yes.
Were they feline eyes?
They were tiger eyes.
Tiger eyes, right, right.
And I'm gonna use
Are
my
the Pathinians gonna work together for this?
I'm gonna use my inspiration on it, since I'm the only one that has like the Python mark, aren't I?
Python tried to mark Madilyn, but the other gods were like, no, and they're currently fighting over Madilyn.
Yeah. I'll just use my inspiration on it then. 18.
Okay. So yeah, you stand there before the statue for a while, and nothing happens. But as you're, turning around to return to your companions, you hear a soft click noise, and you realize you're standing on a silver coin.
I will bend down to the coin, see what it is.
Python gets a good look at your ass. Because of course.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it
a
is
good ass.
great. It is a really good one.
Yeah. So yeah, you pick up this coin, and the side that you have, it's facing you is perfectly shiny, and the coin is heavy. Really surprisingly quite heavy. For a moment, you're afraid that it's actually stuck to the ground. But when you lift it up, you can see it. The other side is shadowy and wispy. This coin is faintly magic.
Raise an eyebrow at it.
It appears to be a burned silver coin.
Can I make an Arcana check to figure out a little bit more about it?
Do you got the identify spell?
Let me look. I think I do, but let me just check. No, I don't have identify.
Small mouser?
Yeah, after a moment, I'll just call little mouse over and see what she can tell me about it. Not gonna say anything about how I got it exactly, but
Sure.
make mention of it.
Let's see here. You discover the coin of wheel and bow.
Huh. Well then. I'll look back up to the statue, give a little smile, give a small thanks, And I'll put an extra coin into his hand. Like a silver coin of my own for him.
Yeah, nice. Let's see here. Yeah, sure. For some reason, you'd swear you can taste metal. Only for a briefest moment.
Alright then. Let's see here. So, remind me, Wheelmo's like good and bad, yeah? Once per day, this coin may be asked a question. Is Wheelmo or neither? And Wheelmo are not like yes and no. They're not like that, right?
Or like good and bad.
Essentially good and bad. Like, what would be the outcome of this if I were to assume, etc.? Would I be right? Would I be wrong? And then wheel and woe.
Okay.
You got to be careful about how you ask the questions, but you can generally phrase any kind of question in a way that right or wrong or good or bad would apply.
Alright then. Alright. I will put the coin between my thumb, my finger. Alright, here we go. Would I be on the right path if I were to assume that the Raven cult was the one who stole the statue? And I will flip the coin.
Sure. And when you flip the coin, and then make to catch it, it slips between your fingers and hits the ground with a tink, tink, clink, and then begins rolling across the floor.
Follow it.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow it down.
Yeah. It slips into a crack. It looks like where a stone pillar is flush with the ground and the ceiling and is damaged, there is like a small space where the pillar has been set in the ground. Like it looks like it wasn't constructed straight out of stone there, but slotted in, and then another one was slotted in as a supporting beam.
So is it like movable then?
It would take a lot of effort to lift it, but the coin appears to have rolled down there.
Alright. Hey, Ceridwen, Elloe, come here for a second.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
I will break away from my argument with Ceridwen about Hagen and his tits thereof.
Help me move this a little bit.
Wait, hold on.
What is it?
Don't move anything yet.
It's a support pillar.
Well, I mean, like, it seems like...
It can be moved, yes. It was set into the ground here in 2 pieces.
Didn't we double promise we wouldn't touch anything?
Yes, please don't. Just wait a moment for the priestess to get here.
Let's not get cursed by a priestess.
Look, okay? I'm not going to go into everything about this, but Python's giving me a big gut reaction that something's up with this.
I mean, I agree, but let's wait until the priestess gets here so we don't damage the crime scene.
Also, knowing Python, he'd probably think it would be really funny if we got cursed by the priestess.
Python might find that funny, I don't know. Hard to say.
No.
It's impossible to say with that guy.
It's like a 50-50 chance if anything is funny or not.
Alright then. But you know, like, I'm going to touch down, like, by the pillar, like, where the coin, like, slipped through, though.
Yeah, there's a draft.
Perhaps they came up from underneath.
It's possible.
And
Is
one
the
moment.
coin...
Wow. Interesting. And that coin doesn't make the same appealing, like, flink noise. It's a bit thick and heavy. An old 2-pound coin. Don't mind me.
I will, so, like, the coin, like, way down there, like, I can't like see it or feel it anymore there?
You can't see it. No, it's fallen down presumably quite far, actually. There's no glint when you try and get light off of it. Although if it's fallen down there on its burnt side, it probably isn't reflected. Sorry, but it's burnt side facing up.
No, that's very interesting. That sounded like it dropped a long way.
Maybe this place was built on an ancient dragon burial ground. Ooh.
Ooh.
Wait, are you saying the dragons are the Native Americans of the North?
They might be. Who knows?
That's not far off, all things considered.
This is interesting.
The elves nuked themselves and the dragons at the same. And then the rest of us came along.
A heads counter and a tails counter. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I'm liking this. I'm going to have to find that coin.
Yeah, and for once it's a magic item, there's no fucking achievement on it. Enjoy.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So I guess we wait for the priestess and then say that we need to tear up her place.
I mean, I'm just going to walk out and go get.
She's in the middle.
Yeah, she's going to be here in like a little bit.
Yeah, as you're walking out, you can actually see that this priestess has headed over. She has changed out of what were essentially like long flowing robes to a simple just tunic and pants with a, I wouldn't call it a sash, like a belt, I suppose, that is covered with the signatory of various gods and goddesses. It looks more like a workman than a priestess, honestly, and just like casual clothing, the hair up in a ponytail and stuff. But the smile she gives you is beatific all the same. I trust that you've not come into any problems.
No,
I think we may have found some.
Ah, very well. Please do show me, and she'll follow you in.
Walk her over to the pillar, indicate the draft coming up from it.
She'll click her tongue. Interesting. She'll walk over to another pillar, and there's, you know, again, a crack here where it has been settled. No draft here. Walk over to the next. It looks like another one of the pillars also does seem to be generating a draft. It's on the same side of this temple, though. Like, if you were to imagine 4 great stone pillars in the middle of a rectangularly shaped floor, these would both be on the right of it. There shouldn't be any structure beneath. There's no basement. We're next to a volcano. Digging randomly downwards is generally considered not a good idea.
Perhaps there's an empty cavern below.
Oh man, I loved the last time we went to the volcano. Let's do that again.
These lands are riddled with underground tunnels and rivers and.
I'm willing to bet it's more a tunnel that stole the statue made to use and get up in here.
Someone burrowed beneath to steal a statue. It's a heist.
I would appreciate if we could check it out. Get your permission to move this along.
I'd have to take a support pillar out. She'll frown and look around the temple itself. Like, there are still, you know, workmen wandering around, humans and tieflings who are trying to repair damage to this place.
Could I just, like, pick up a couple pews and make a new support pillar for, like, the interim?
Also, don't we have people that can cast mend?
Yes.
Yeah, that would take a long time to do that.
Yeah,
anything.
It's a minute per casting.
Yeah, but the thing is, we can just say, oh, we'll just cast mend when we're done. Good, isn't it?
Yeah, she'll frown and look around. We try not to do things like, you know, take shortcuts when it comes to the houses of divinity. I'm sure a great many people could wave their hands at a problem and solve it with magic. Similarly, they could do so with magic divine or otherwise, but that's cheating in some ways. But
can I use my mason's tool to make a check to see if I could actually carve a hole big enough without disrupting the pillar's position.
You can make a mason's tool check. You already know that that in and of itself is impossible, but there's probably a better way to handle it.
I do know that it is a holy house, but this may be one of the few clues you may have to finding and reclaiming the statue.
Of course, of course. Okay. You're pretty sure that as long as you just take only one of these support pillars, you would have to decay whatever was used to essentially like glue these two halves of a pillar together in the first place, but you could essentially slot out the top half of a pillar and then lift the bottom half out. You don't have to break anything, you just have to, you know, demortar it.
I can do that.
Yeah, you guys have the ability between you, as far as alchemical knowledge, to decay the mortar, and then just one sharp yank should get it free without cracking or breaking anything.
I do apologize for the way we have to go about doing it,
She'll sigh. Very well. I mean, you were shown by the god, even if it's, well, untrustworthy is unfair.
Mr. Trixie Doodles.
Please, we think of Python as a they, not a mister or a sister, such as it were.
Yes. Whatever it is something that'll interest Python at least.
Right.
Yeah, but calling them Trixie Doodles isn't as fun.
Of course, I suppose not. I suppose Python himself does not mind. It's just etiquette more than anything. She will turn to look towards the hooded figure. I hadn't even noticed that there was a tear in that fabric there.
He wanted to keep his eyes on things.
Yes, that doesn't surprise me.
While my companions are dismantling the pillar, what have you done with the bodies of those who were defending the temple? Are they yet uncommitted to the earth or higher?
Her cheeks pale a little bit. Their bodies were in... They were flesh. The bones had been ripped out.
The raven, then.
Quite desecrated. We had to burn the remains immediately and say our prayers.
Fine. Did you notice on any wounds they had black feathers?
A number, but they had already disintegrated by the time we had gotten to moving the bodies. Well, they're in the process of disintegrating. We were unable to store or save any.
Definitely those heretics.
Motherfucker, it's those raven jerks.
Please, why would the Raven Queen have an interest in the affairs of
because a sect of her followers have become heretics, summoning demons and dismantling bodies. We've encountered them several times already. We nearly died to them twice.
But it's okay. We got better and killed them double.
If I may, when I had asked the question to Python that led me to all this, it did have to do with the Raven cult.
Cool. So let's rip up this floor and charge in.
She'll look again around at the workers. Would you be able to wait until the night? I imagine it will take some time to, as you say, decay the mortar anyway. We might be able to repair something to help you if you're, finding a cavern down there.
I suppose. And then just sadly set aside battering ram. One day, Mr. Rammy.
I feel like I've let you use that at least once on a wall, like a straight up fucking wall, and you just pounded through it.
Yeah, that only happened once, and that ironically happened pretty close from here. It was in the volcano, and I caved in a wall.
That was right. I just put you on the other side because I didn't anticipate you just fucking annihilating it.
Yeah, shock and awe SWAT breach.
Yeah.
We're no knock.
However, there's nothing more annoying than fixing dynamic lighting.
I know.
I had to
I know.
while you were already describing rolling it. I'm like, oh, she's just gonna fucking annihilate in one crit roll, and I'd already started drawing the dynamic lighting in again behind it so that I could delete the chunk away without like fucking the whole map up.
Hey, you were the one who did it to me first with those charges in Only Drunk years ago.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely did back an APC up into a door to break it as well. That was fun. But yes, we'll see about some preparations. Is there anything that you require?
I don't think so. I'm good to go.
If we encounter more ravens down there, if you have anything that protects against necrotic energies.
Necrotic? I'm sure I could spend the next few hours putting together a scroll of resistance for necrotic, sure.
We would appreciate it.
Very well. And she will glance around the room. Yeah, considering they led you to them, I suppose I will ask upon Python. And yeah, she will go behind a lectern and pull out what's essentially some parchment and some inks, and then we'll sit down at a bench in front of the statue of Python and begin writing. Yeah, until you actually get your hands on the coin again, you won't actually know if it's weal or woe or neither. But yeah, and it will also become rather quite obvious. Python bless you against necrotic, but you know. You also will turn goth or gother.
Oh no.
Oh, that's such
life
a
is
pain.
so hard.
That's such a bad outcome.
Yeah, but then until Maddie takes off her masks and reveals that she's been given like liberty spikes.
My mom used to have those. She had leopard.
Yeah, so did mine.
What's that?
I have no idea.
So you know it's a type of mohawk. You know the Statue of Liberty, the spikes. Imagine that, but a mohawk.
Oh god.
That sounds stupid. Oh my god.
It was like 80s punk thing. My mom had one. There's actually a picture of her in. There's a picture of her in '91 with me in her lap and she had a leopard print mohawk going.
Wow.
Done it.
Oh, we just call them punk spikes.
You know. Yeah, my mum had liberty spikes in the color of money.
Wow.
Money, money, money.
Why do the cool mums all turn into fucking religious nuts? I don't get it.
Me neither.
Overcompensation?
Yes.
So.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What is beneath the floor?
Yeah. So night will fall. You guys are given a scroll of protection against necrotic. It appears to be 10-foot radius.
Like a paladin aura?
No, as in when you cast the spell, it will affect everyone in a 10-foot radius. So you
Okay.
huddle the fuck up.
Ooh boy, wow.
It's a bit of classic like Baldur's Gate era radius spells where you just have to get everyone to squidge in real close uncomfortably, and just imagine a wizard stood in the middle like holding a scroll with their shoulders being pressed in.
All right, everyone squid your tits together. It's about to get...
your party's really wide, so it's probably a difficulty to get you all inside 10-foot radius.
We have to get
Just
the small people to stack on top of the big people.
Ada time.
Yeah,
No, the mice just stands between the legs.
Yeah, you guys can stand underneath the boob shelves. You just look up and like, who turned out the sun?
Kellin just has a puddle down by his feet.
Oh, poor Kellin.
Black.
Yeah, no, imagine it's just
Black
like
Rose sun.
Yeah, Black Rose sun, won't you come? Yeah, all of you guys at the above, they just stand above them, just like tits blocking out the light, and there's just two mice in the shade. But don't worry, you feel real safe. And yeah, you guys can have protection from necrotic for 1 hour.
Yeah, we won't use that up right away, I don't think.
Alright, I'm gonna go charging ahead blindly.
Sure. So the mortar on these like 2 pillar sections is weakened, and what had been, maybe at best a hairline mark is now a visible, like, half a centimeter gap. You guys are strong as all fuck, so I make a test for it initially, but you can put an Elloe on one side, a Ceridwen on the other side, heave ho and lift away the first half of a pillar, and then the other you can lift out of its setting in the ground and pull aside. At which point, you can see there's a trap door there.
But is a trapdoor trapped?
Well, that's
Maybe.
what we need a mouse for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. Get on it.
so if you were to imagine the floor of this temple to be like square flagstones all the way along, and then there is an indentation in each of these sets of flagstones where the pillars sit in and rest and can't slide or move because they're in an indent. Yeah, underneath that indent there's a trap door right here. It looks to be made of like solid treated wood. You can see that there are like familiar runic markings for resisting the elements, such as it were. And it looks like there is a small crack in this trapdoor because the coin has slid through that as well and landed to a floor beneath.
Is the priestess still here with us?
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely watching as you break her temple. There's no way she's leaving at this point. She will watch you do this.
I'm gonna glance at her and be like,
trapdoor.
"Did you know about this?"
No, definitely not, and I've been here near a decade.
Kellin, do your thing. And I assume he has advantage from Maddie as well.
Yeah.
Oh, then this must be older than
The investigation
decade,
thing?
I suppose.
Yeah, investigation.
Good thing I had advantage.
Oh yeah, this thing is trapped. Definitely trapped.
Trapped how?
You're pretty sure that if you lift it, it'll pull a wire or some kind of mechanism, and then something will happen. You can't see what'll happen because the trap is on the other side of the door, because it's, not visible, but you know that there is a trap and that it is activated by opening the trap door.
Use your thieves' tools.
Is there a way
why
for
not?
us to
That's a
even
Maddie
disable it from this?
You don't have thieves' tools trained?
Maddie's just really good at it.
Yeah, Maddie's got expertise.
Then help Maddie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
So, yeah.
let's see if I can do something.
I was about to say, before you do it, do you want to guidance, but a 20 is enough? And yeah, you can get some kind of like very slim cable and hooking thing going. And there is a wire and a base, and you're just very, very gently following the tension of the wire back to some kind of origin point. And you're pretty sure that it is hooked up to some kind of like box or mount full of glass vials. You are able to essentially just like very, very just gently pull a string away from this like triggering mechanism. It might still go off. You'll have to just open the door very slowly and carefully and probably keep some distance just in case. But you're pretty sure you've disarmed it.
All right, 10-foot pole time.
Yeah. It's I was going to say it's a bit too heavy for prestidigitation, but yeah, you guys can 10-foot pole this thing slowly up. Who wants to give me the sleight of hand check?
If I can get some help. I got the 7.
I can.
Heck,
See,
you
my
guys-
sleight of hand is 11.
Yeah, I was going to say it's definitely
It's just-
Kellen's got them tricky digits.
29.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, both of you basically got your hands at a set of 10-foot poles. Kellin takes the lead, and yeah, you open the door slowly and smoothly. There is not even a creak or squeak, apart from the 2 mice, of course.
About to say.
Yeah, and yeah,
It's
you
just
can see
instinctual.
Yeah, exactly. Once you've lifted this trap door up, yeah, there is a metal box full of sealed glass vials with now a limp string hanging from it that had been removed, and a ladder going down into the darkness. Appears to be a metal ladder.
Oh no.
It's wide. It's certainly wide enough for you to have had a large statue, for instance, pulled or carried down it.
Is it wide enough to push a carry down it?
Yeah, it's wide enough for a gigantic 10-foot stone statue.
All right, good enough. So let's nick the vials that you can.
So they came up from... How did they get the initial statue out of... Not the statue. How did they get the initial pillar out of the way of this...
Well, that's the mystery, my dear Madilyn.
Yeah, there is a helpless shrug by the High Priestess. I mean, that probably wasn't the way to get the pillar to move, but it worked. I can only assume that there was some kind of magic cheating going on.
Most likely.
The one we were working on, the mortar in the pillar was old, right? It wasn't
it wasn't like a newly set pillar.
Who was the high priest before you, miss?
Oh, insert name here. I forget him. You met that guy actually during the Walks times. He was an old racist and you kill him. Yeah.
Right, yeah, Carrie's like...
She will, like, wince visibly, like, your mother...
Right. I have a feeling he might have known this was here.
Really? Oh. I mean, regardless of his, well, social inadequacies, he was still a priest of the gods. You don't just, she'll gesture at the whole temple. You can't commune with all the gods unless you're a being fair to all. I, for instance, learned everyone's rights and speakings, and she will gesture to each insignia on her belt.
Right. Anyway.
This was his belt, and trust me when I say there is no strange Raven cultist markings hidden on this thing.
Oh no, I doubt the Raven cult created this, is all.
Oh, you
just took advantage of it.
Aware of this? Well, it's possible then. She'll sigh and shrug. And yeah, say, Kellin.
Yes.
With that sleight of hand, you could have no problem, like, plucking all of these vials out without smashing any of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see.
What are these vials, though?
They appear to be full of water with little floating silver beads in them. And they're under pressure. You're pretty sure that like a gentle squeeze would be all it takes to make them pop. Rubbing a nerd on it, there is definitely some magic about it. It's possible this is more of an alarm system than any actual like damaging thing. At least until you get to the other vials and find that they aren't full of water and floating silver beads. They would appear to be full of a viscous, oily-looking liquid. Although you'll have to actually do an alchemist test to figure out what the fuck is in them. Oh, okay, cool. They're explosive. Probably fire.
What about these silver balls in this water?
You have to rub a wizard on it.
Oh.
Yeah, they have alarm spells on them. If the glass vial is broken and the silver is presented to open air, then it will set off an alarm somewhere.
That's remarkably complex.
I'm gonna give the viscous oil, the viscous goo to... Here, this you might find interesting. It's similar to... Well, it's similar to Kellin's blood.
But nowhere near as awesome.
It's not as metal, but, you know...
Stash this away.
Sure. If you would like to record 3 explosive temple vials. Just so I don't forget where they're from.
So, is the High Priestess coming down with us, or is she gonna, like, stay up the temple like a good NPC?
Yeah, she's not going down into the dungeon, the place that killed all the Paladin temple guards here.
Right. Okay, so once everyone else is down, I'm gonna put, like, a big paw on her shoulder and say, Alright, we should be back soon. If we're not back in... She'll kind of look down at her wrist as if there's some sort of sundial on it.
Yeah, she looks at your sundial.
Let's say 4 hours. Seal the holes and find some more paladins. We're probably dead.
Wow.
Carrie's going
4 hours is a...
step into the hole and just fall down because that ladder ain't holding her weight and all that armor.
You know, they make candles that spark every hour on their wick. It's really...
I feel 4 hours might be a short.
Alright. So, what
it's night. She says she'll give you guys till daybreak when she can prepare fresh spells.
Oh yeah, that makes sense too. Okay, let's go with that instead. Till daybreak.
What do I see when I Batman down?
Okay. So, Athia, you're like going down the ladder and then this draconic form swoops past you. Whoosh. Batman! You're like very temporarily like squidged up against the ladder, and there's some, I don't know, presumably muffled cursing before you land. You've been practicing off of like the Towers of Hornwatch recently, so you can just get that cool sweep just right with them leathery wings pretending to be a cape. It finally, all of that practice paid off. It looked really cool. Unfortunately, there's no one here to see it.
I'm Batdrake.
And then like 30 seconds, there's just a big bang as Carrie slams down on the ground.
What I really wanted was to land all cool, but then I landed on a bear.
Yeah, you land awesomely and you look down and a bear trap is dug onto you and you don't even fucking feel it though because you're so goddamn thick. Yeah, so you land, and the party makes their way down in various dignified or undignified fashions. And you can see in front of you is a door. Looks to be a kind of crappy wooden door, honestly, but there is a large bar over the front of it, and you can see a padlock in place.
That's trapped.
The first thing I'm going to do is search for the coin down here at the bottom of the ladder.
Oh yeah, where's the coin?
Yeah, so you pluck up the coin and... Well, I mean, traveling through here is dangerous, so you found them woefully.
Oh. Woefully is still, advancing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
This means we need to take caution with all this.
You can tuck the coin away.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put it eyes upon you.
I'd put it right between the chest, but that's probably not the best idea for it. So it's just gonna go in the pocket.
Disappointed Python noises.
It's a shame we can't bring my new sled down here.
Wee sled.
Look, he's got to work. The Python's got to work the way up to the chest. This is a good show of faith.
Well, because you know what's going to happen is you're going to be like, where did I put that coin? And then it's going to be in your cleavage because it's one of those coins that just fucking turns up places.
Oh, gee, where have I seen one of those before?
Oh,
yeah.
What does Python feel about necromancy?
Yeah, how do they feel about Hedrah?
Flashbacks.
Necromancy.
Look, this coin's going to be turned out just fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I'm not replacing you with a lich. That'd be fucked up.
It would be fucked up, yeah.
Yeah, who would do that?
It's funny because I get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Don't worry about it.
Happened in Warhammer Fantasy. I picked up a magic coin and it tried to put a lich in me.
Oh. Fun.
Yep. They just turned up places like, the Lord of the Rings, the One Ring.
Yeah.
just turns up.
No matter how hard you try and throw it away, it just come back to you.
I'm sure one day I'll just feel like a cold little metal between my cheeks.
Butt penny. No, I can't do butt penny. That's never happening.
Python trying to get some, alright.
Yeah.
No.
Python, what is this? Why is this coin so spherical?
Why are there 10 of them now and they're all attached by a little string?
A string. A little string needs to be a powerful, mighty string. But yes.
Python, why? I enjoy this, though.
You are faced by a wooden door. It is barred and padlocked.
Rub my sonnet for trap detection.
Yeah. Actually, this door isn't trapped. It's just got a padlock on it. Between your various skills, don't even fucking sweat it. You guys can pop this lock. No fucking problem.
Well, then if it's not trapped and it's not locked now, let's go on through.
Sure.
We should put some ears to doors to make sure we don't get walking on some people without.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Hold on, I have advantage because of Hellhound.
If we can surprise
my
any
ears to the door.
guardian.
Too much hearing damage from gunfire.
I'm trying to listen to the door, but I'm too dummy thick.
It's fine. I'm good.
All right, now yeah, Athia, Ceridwen, you put your ear to the door and like, I swear I can hear panting, and you realize that it's you. Oh, sorry, I got excited about adventure, and then Athia will put an ear to the door. And yeah, you think you can hear rustling and emotion, maybe like boots on stone.
Then, alright, perfect. Now,
Yeah.
okay. That's
Right. Yeah. Ready up beside the door. Have your weapons drawn. Let's bust it down.
Gonna go ahead and drop a couple prep spells.
Yeah, sure. Are you going to use that scroll, by the way? Make a mark of that.
Yeah, this would be a good time to pop the scroll.
Okay.
So, does that just apply to one person, or is it to the party? Or what?
So you cast it, and the caster is the center of a 10-foot radius. So assuming you can fit everyone in the party in a 10-foot radius, you can.
Yeah.
Let's just quickly scoot you up into the start.
We can all fit in a 10-foot radius. That's humongous.
Yeah, it's the big. Now let's see here. Do you have Kaede or Thena with you?
I do not want Kaede with me, no.
I do not want Thena down here, no.
Okay. Did they come with you at all, though? Are they in Ashenhold then?
I don't really think Kaede needs to go on God Venture, so no.
Yeah, I think this one would have just stayed in maybe even Hornwatch, like do alchemy stuff now that she has some money.
Okay.
I do have Tella with me, though.
You do have Tella with you? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go find a fucking god. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Tella is always staying with you because the promise is that you show her adventure.
Fuck yeah.
That's how that works. This bitch fucking love adventure. But yeah, okay then. And so, Bless is thrown out. You guys have protection from necrotic 1 hour.
I mean, so we're assuming like combat's right on the other side of the door, aren't we?
We are assuming that, yes.
Do I want to lay down Mantle of Fire?
Decide on all your prep spells and also, write them out because we'll be closing here in a little bit. Just want to make sure that everything you are doing is recorded. Armor of Agathist. I know that protection from evil and good is concentration.
Those are both
concentration. Armor of Agathist is not.
Oh, it's not.
Oh man, Armor of Agathist is very cool.
It is extremely cool.
Do we want to go?
Hold on, let me actually make sure Armor of Agathist isn't, because it just doesn't have a duration written down. Thanks, Roll20.
You guys want Mantle of Valor on us?
Me.
I think we'll be okay.
It's a very high level spell to be burning just for preps.
It's only a 3rd level.
Duration 1 hour. Nice.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I won't drop it. I'll keep it for now. I can always put it on mid-fight.
Yeah, you guys didn't go down at first in the end, and the dungeon isn't finished. So I want to actually make sure that it is.
Oops.
Now we could do the first, like, single fight, right?
No.
Okay.
Aww.
Because when I say it's not finished, that means that there's no lighting because it's built on 2 floors, and I haven't finished the first floor of 2. Or more, of course. Maybe there's 13 floors. Why would I tell you the number of floors? Like a fucking idiot out loud.
Good job, Scout.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put in more just to fuck the all out. Ah, delightful. I mean, last time you got kitties. Do you literally want to roll for the... Yeah, you got that's right. I love Burmese cats. Do you literally want to roll on the Bag of Ease as the last action of this fucking session?
I mean...
Always.
In the sewer?
In the sewer?
Just aim it at the door. What's the worst that could happen?
Also,
aim it at the door.
Also,
You know what?
His doors out. It happened.
Awesome. You know what? Yeah, go for it. All right, D3.
Maybe it'll shoot a tree out into the
Exactly. That's... I'm hoping. It's one
I mean,
syllable.
it could be a tree, but that means it's not going to be a puppy. God damn it! One day.
Could just be cheese. Cheese rhymes with cheese.
All right, 1d60.
Throw some bees at them, maybe.
Bees.
You mean a bee?
Okay, this is interesting. So, you open your bag, aim it at the door, and there is a horrific, terrifying noise. Honking.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yes.
Honk.
No.
Honk.
We hear nothing, but all of a sudden our weapons are missing. And for some reason, Ceridwen... our weapons are missing.
And Ceridwen has to waddle after it.
Yeah.
Escape. Honk.
There we go.
Okay. This is going to be kind of fucking ridiculous, but yeah, a gigantic goose's head will come tearing out of the bag, and then another, and then another, and then another.
Oh, good lord.
Oh god.
Oh no, we've brought upon the goose hydra!
And the door is smashed in by 8 large goose heads. And that is there, my dears, that we will be ending the session.
We got a goose hydra.
It's not a goose hydra, it's just different lots of big geese.
No, it's 8 goose heads opening.
Yeah, it's 8 big geese. Goose.
We've only seen the heads. I'm just saying.
I mean, I am in fan of, well, we could just back up and just let the Goose Hydra deal with all the cultists.
Yeah.
We solved the dungeon.
Just yeet the bag, into the room, and
close the door, and then you go back up the ladder, and the High Priestess is like, what happened? And they'll be like, Temple's haunted. Loads pistol, Temple's haunted.
Goes back in.
No. You got it wrong. Temple's haunted.
No. Alright, give us XP then.
Yeah, XP time. We got at least one.
Yeah, okay, alright, yeah. Oh, fucking goodness. I can't believe you got
Does
geese.
the goose hydra count as an XP for something?
No. No, it does
We
not.
haven't made it a lasting enemy yet, I guess.
Yeah.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably a yeah, let's face it. I actually legitimately might... God, I have to change that fucking encounter at the start. It's a good thing that it's not finished now, so that I can properly prepare the goose.
The best sentence has ever been said by a DM.
So I can properly prepare the goose.
You realize that
Well,
one of you has to end that campaign with now looks like the goose has been cooked.
I was just about to say it. You stopped me from saying
I'm
it.
gonna throw that in, out of context D&D quotes.
Sure. Okay. So, did you explore a new and interesting location for the first time?
Yeah. We've never been in the Pantheon before.
This is true. Yeah, no, you guys have actually never gotten involved in the pantheons and stuff and around here at all. Did you discover an interesting truth about the world?
Hagen was in a statue.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah?
Jeez.
Did you make a new ally or a lasting enemy?
High Priestess?
No. Not
no,
yet.
if you succeed, then yeah.
Okay.
Advance or complete quest. Yeah, you're on God quest now, and you've discovered the hiding place, presumably, of the Cult of Ravens. Did you neutralize a direct threat to local peace? No. In fact, you've created a direct threat to the local peace.
Not yet. We haven't.
By creating the local geese.
I mean, we can end that soon next session.
Yeah. We get XP if we create the problem and solve it, right?
I was going to say, you're not. There is the caveat that you can't ever score in and neutralize a direct threat if you're the reason that threat exists in the first fucking place.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
I unleashed the demon and killed it.
Guys, we need to close the door for 10 minutes.
Look, there's also the fact that there is the presumably Raven cult down here to take down their direct threat to local peace.
Yeah, that'll be next.
Yeah, you'll be able to.
I can communicate with the goose. We can become goose bread.
Your friend screams honk through a shut door, and you just hope. Honk!
Do we have one more
that my
category?
That's it. That's it. 3 experience.
Okay.
Is it not 4? Oh wait, no, it is only 3. Right, 3.
159.
159.
Yep. All right.
So
well, that's that. Thanks for watching YouTube streams. We will see you next time. I don't know if that'll be tomorrow or not. We'll see how I'm feeling. Goodbye.